In this video, I'm going to talk about SQL Introduction and basically MS SQL Server. Now, SQL Server is a relational database management system. We call it as RDBMS, and it is a Microsoft product, and it started in the year 1989. And basically, there are two things here in software. One is a backend tool, and the other one is a front-end tool. And SQL Server is a backend tool, and it is useful to develop backend application. Now, when we talk about a front-end and backend, what are actually the front-end and backend here? Front-end means some applications like .NET, Java, where we can directly interact, right? Now backend means we cannot interact directly here, right? Here we use tools like SQL Server and Oracle, DB2, etc. Now let's write that here. Now application is divided into two types. What are actually they? One is a front end and the other one is back end application. Now here for front end we use tools like .NET and Java. And for backend, we use tools like MS SQL, MySQL, DB2, Sybase, Oracle, etc. So here we can't see anything directly here. Suppose we can say that when we have opened our web page with Google, we can directly interact with that page. Example, Facebook, even Gmail, Yahoo, whatever. Any web page we open, we directly interact with. That is called as a front-end application. Suppose here, for example, in uh, to describe an example for backend application, suppose if you have filled a registration form in the online, when you have submitted that registration form, you don't know what is there after the submission, right? That exactly goes to the database, that we cannot actually see it. So that is called as a backend application here. Now let's go further and see how we can install this SQL Server. So during installation, so we can install this in Windows operating system only. That's why this is called as platform dependent, right? Now basically SQL Server is used to develop the backend applications and also to store data with a security manner. Now here we can only install this in operating systems, Windows operating systems only. That's why this is called as platform dependent. Now what actually the platform is? Platform means it is a combination of operating system plus processor. Now what is operating system here? Operating system can be Windows, Linux, Unix, right? These are all examples for operating system. And processor examples like Intel dual core, these are all examples for processor. Now this environment is called platform where people actually work, right? Now here this platform is divided into two types again. One is platform dependent and the other one is platform independent. When we are saying platform dependent, that means it depends on one operating system plus any processor. Now when we are saying platform independent, that means it can depend on any kind of operating system. It's not dependent on one operating system, any operating system. Plus any processor. And here the examples are MS SQL because it operates only on Windows. Here examples are MySQL, DB2, Oracle, Sybase, etc. So here you can see these database applications are quite flexible, right? Now let's go further and understand the user interface for an SQL server. So generally again here user interface is divided into two types. One is graphical user interface and the other one is character user interface. We call it as CUI. Generally in SQL we have some commands basically like commands to perform some database operations. They are create tables, insert, update, delete, select. So these are the commands in SQL. So here in GUI, we don't use any of these commands. That means without query. And in character user interface, we need to perform by using queries. We need to perform operations by using queries with queries. So both are actually the same, but the only thing is here we are not using any kind of commands. Here we are using commands. So the only thing is in graphical user interface it won't take much time because we are not writing any kind of commands here. But in character user interface it may consume some time because we are writing the queries. The only difference is that. So even though it is a simple language, it is quite easily executed. It's just a command based language. So this is not like C, C++ and Python, where those languages are looping, they have that looping statements and conditional statements and etc. Here it is just a simple command. All right, this is it in this video. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.